lots of other things. I don't get involved in all of that, so but yeah, and the university are doing a lot of the research, but we also work with another statutory organisation, the Environment Agency, and they're doing a lot of the data monitoring as well, the data analysis. So that's the great thing about this project. It's a real partnership project, so we've got all the statutory organisations involved, but also the local landowners and the local community, and it's really important that we have all of those people involved in order to keep the restoration going and it to work as smoothly as possible. So we also, I won't take you there now because we don't have enough time, but further down the catchment, believe me, there is a little stream running down there which takes the water away. We have a flume at the bottom, and that can monitor the amount of water going out of this catchment. So it's just trying to see what's happening to the water now, and then what's going to happen to the water in the future, sort of pre and post restoration, and have all that data available to do the monitoring and come up with results of how much water is here, how much we're saving, what's happening to the water. Is the restoration meaning when we do it, the water then travels across the ground more and not straight down the drainage ditches, which is what we're hoping. We also do carbon monitoring, so looking at the vegetation, using that as a proxy for change, seeing what's happening to the vegetation pre-restoration, post-restoration, and the PhD student does it with has a chamber and can manipulate daylight, and so to see the vegetation under different conditions. What else? Methane, we're monitoring methane up here as well, and some other greenhouse gases. So lots and lots of research going on, and we're very fortunate in that there has a lot of money gone into it, and we're sort of unique in Britain in that we have one of the most sort of intensive research programs going on, really. So we're very lucky.
Do you have problems with production?
Yes.
The restoration?
Yes, so there potentially could be an increase in methane that's released initially, and what we're trying to do is see what happens sort of after that. Really.
The first period?
Yes, there could be more released.
So stickle seed,
nitrates and
nitrous oxide.
Yeah,
So we're doing some monitoring on that, but it's not the main element of the
there's not so much. Sticks up in the ground here.
No, there's
not so much nitrogen
in the ground. Yeah, there is some, but it's not one of our main elements that we're monitoring. Yeah.